Hi guys, how are you? So today we're going to talk about sales and marketing, and this is a very important skill that everyone must possess. Everybody in every walks of life, they rely on sales and marketing to make money. Period. Right? This is a very important skill. It's not just limited to businessmen. It applies to everybody. And obviously businessmen and entrepreneurs make tons of money through sales and marketing. It's how they sell actually makes the money, right? So all billionaires, entrepreneurs are very good salesmen and marketers. Say a doctor, for example, or a civil engineer. Now you would say, what has the doctor and or a civil engineer has to do anything with sales and marketing? Because they have all the expertise. A doctor is very knowledgeable in his or her field, but they don't know how to market themselves. That means that people don't even know that they exist. So in that case, who is going to take treatment from them? Nobody. Similarly, a civil engineer, who is going to get houses built from them if they don't know that they exist? So marketing through social media, through banners, very important. And also, if you think about a fresh out of college graduate, he has to market himself to get a job, isn't it? So here are the few of the steps that you need to follow to achieve a successful sales and make money. Number one, can you sell anything to anybody? The answer is absolutely not. You cannot sell anything to anybody, right? Because there's always a target customer for a specific product or the service. There's always a target customer. And you need to identify that target customer. For example, if you want to sell a car and there's a person, he wants a car, but he cannot afford it. Now, if he cannot afford it, obviously he's not going to buy it, isn't it? Because he can't afford it. Or let's say that he can afford it, but he or she has bought the car just a few days ago, another car from another brand. Now, since they already have a car, why will they buy a car again? So you need to know who the target customers are, who you want to sell the product to. Number one. So once you identify the target customers, who you want to sell your product or the service to, then comes knowing, having in-depth knowledge about the product and the service that you're offering, because people like to buy from people who are knowledgeable. Just like you would like to take treatment from a doctor who is very knowledgeable in who has high expertise in what he's doing. Only then you'll go for the treatment with that doctor. Or you want to get a house built, you'll go to the top architect who knows their job well. So you need to have in-depth knowledge about your product or the service that you're offering. In that way, people approach you. And now once you have these two things, then comes the actual sales point. This is your USP. This is where the actual sales happen. And 90% of sales is achieved if you do this. You don't actually sell the product. You don't sell the product. You actually sell the value the product is offering to the buyer or the customer. You're selling the value of the product. For example, a smartphone. Now, a smartphone may have hundreds of features, but I can take myself as an example. I'm very bad at tech, right? So I don't know anything about technical aspects of anything. Now, a smartphone may have hundreds of features. I don't even know that what features are there in that smartphone. I don't even use most of them. Almost 80% of the features of the smartphone I don't use. So if if a salesman comes to me and he starts explaining me all the complicated features of the smartphone, I'll be put off. I'm only interested in these three things. I'm only interested in the RAM size, the internal storage, and all the other apps, the camera quality, and a few very basic apps. Does it support apps like phone banking apps, UPI apps, and navigation maps? So all these things, these are the only things that I'm interested in a smartphone. And that's all I want. And they have to be in high quality. I'm going to make the purchase. So that's the value that the smartphone is offering me. So that's what you need to identify. What is that value that the customer is looking for in that particular product? And that's where you make the sale. Because features don't sell. The value the product offers to the customer, which is why he's going to pay money for it. That's what sells. So that's your USP. So once you do this, 90% of your sales is done. Now after this, there's one more point to add weightage to all these things. You can add testimonials, because testimonials, word of mouth spreads like fire. That's how monopoly is created in the market, through word of mouth. If everybody's talking about a particular product, chances are people are going to buy that product, right? So word of mouth, testimonials, product reviews. If the product has good reviews, you can even pitch in that to achieve sales. And that's it. By now you will achieve sales and you can close the sales, and then you can follow up once the sale is closed. Follow up once with the customer to build brand value and long-term trust and relationship with the customer. It's like a car sales people, the car dealers, they call you once, isn't it? They call you once and check with you how the car is, and they ask you to give testimonials, give reviews on Google or something like that. So that creates brand value and that creates trust in the long term. So that's it. But however, there's one more important thing. You identified your target customer and you presented the product as best as you can by having in-depth knowledge of it and selling the value that it has to offer to that particular customer. You also gave testimonials, but still the customer is like, okay, you know what, I don't know. The customer is in a dilemma. Now in this case, should you pursue, should you persuade the customer in purchasing the product? The answer is no, because the customer is in a dilemma. They need time. It's as simple as that. They need time because they don't want to take any decision in a haste. So they need time. So what you need to do is you give them time. You take out your card with your number on it and you tell them to call you whenever they're ready to make a purchase, and then you back off. You give them some room. You back off from the sales. That creates trust again. That in psychologically it creates trust because you're not forcing the customer. The more you force the customer, the more he gets put off by it. So you back off, and that maybe creates a positive impression of the customer on you as a buyer, as a seller. So you need to know when to back off. So back off, and if the buyer wants that product, they may call you back within a fortnight. If they don't, they don't. That's it. Or you can follow up with them once, and if they say maybe two months down the line I'll make up my mind, fine. You say you still have my number. You can call me anytime you want, and that's it. So this is it. This is the entire sales process, and this is how many businesses and entrepreneurs make millions and billions of money, or dollars, or rupees, or whatever. So thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Comment. I'll see you again. Until then, goodbye.